Happy Sunday, everyone. Just giving it just a few seconds for everything to go live. Checking all the streams that are out there, making sure we're connected. Pretty excited about today. All right, I see we're live there. Let's check a few more spots. Technology, gotta love it. All right, I see everyone's coming online, the different locations. Let's check one other thing. And by the way, I cannot see who's online with me with the program that I'm using. It just doesn't show me that. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything of that nature, just feel free to put it in the comments section, and then I can go back later on and actually look at it. Checking a couple other places real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Just a second. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. Um, it's hard to believe that it's getting ready to become September in the next couple of days. This year has been a unique one to say the least. Um, and I hope this training that I'm actually going to provide for you helps you out in the upcoming months. All right, looks like everything is good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try this. This is a new way for me to actually share my screen, but I wanted to go ahead and do this so I can have it. I have several folks that are chiming in, and of course the replay will be available as well. So let me pull this up real quick. And then we'll begin. Let's see. All right, got that. And let's share some screens. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. Put this in presentation mode for us. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put it in presentation mode so we can get started. Let's make sure this works properly. And as y'all are probably noticing, I'm looking down at my screen just to make sure everything is working correctly. So give me just 1 second. Once again, thank you, everyone. I see everyone coming on board right now. So I appreciate all the love that you're giving me. This is going to be a power pack session for you. Speaking on something I love, which is social media and also digital marketing. So really excited about this opportunity to get this information in your hands, especially with the um, upcoming holiday season. All right, so it looks like everything is good to go. I see everything's good to go right now, and I see it's live and it's going well. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna share this one last one to my party. Live social media training, marketing training. All right, so we should be good to go. All right, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this down right here just so I can see and make sure that the screen is still showing correctly. I can't see everyone's comments and posts, but if you leave the comments and posts right inside of there, I'll be able to after the fact, go through everything. So, social media success tips. Everything you need to know about social media marketing. If you don't know, my name is Rico Glover. I'm called the Social Media Superman, and I'll give you a little information on myself in just a second. Hi, feel like I'm at AA. Hi, I'm Rico Glover, known in the digital marketing industry as the Social Media Superman. Co-founder of Automotive Digital Marketing Association, Automotive Digital Retailing. I'm actually a Google certified professional, Bing certified, HubSpot trained, digitalmarket.com partner, and trainer. Now, what does all that mean? That means I spend a godly amount of time on the computers. My wife actually calls my computer my mistress. And it's something of passion of mine. I once heard a long time ago that if you can find something that is not considered a job, then you found your passion. And this is my passion: digital marketing, social media, and training as well is a passion of mine. So to go over, here's what we're going to cover today: major social platforms, new players in the game, four critical mistakes every business makes in the social media success cycle, and social media KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators, which are things that you basically have to know when you're doing measurement. The one thing that I learned a long time ago is that people in businesses will spend a lot of money on digital marketing, on advertising in general, but they really don't know what's happening with those dollars. They may be spending that money, but they don't know exactly where is it coming from. Is it helping out? If it's not helping out, things of that nature. So during this course or during this quick little training that I'm doing, we'll be able to knock out some of the ways that you'll actually be able to judge and see how well that works. Part one: the major social platforms. And these are the major social platforms ranked. Of course, the leader, Facebook, and this is well over, but 2.4 billion monthly active users. So when someone tells me, hey, I'm not on Facebook or I don't need to be on Facebook, that is a problem. With so many folks on Facebook, you need to be, especially if you're a business owner or if you're in business, if you're selling something. Instagram, 1 billion monthly active users. Twitter, 386 million monthly active users. LinkedIn, 250 million monthly active users. Let's dive a little bit deeper inside of Facebook. Facebook reaches 60.6% of internet users. Let me say that again. Not 30, not 20, 60% of the internet users are on Facebook. So when someone says, I'm thinking about doing Facebook marketing, thinking about doing Facebook ads, you don't need to think about it. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Over 60% of people are using Facebook. $17.4 billion in ad revenue in first quarter of 2020. And that was just the first quarter. 80 million small business pages around the world. That means that most businesses have a Facebook page. They may not be using it correctly, but most of them have a Facebook page that they're actually have at least signed up or someone else has signed up for. Now this is powerful. 7 out of 10 adults ages 18 through 65 in the United States are on Facebook. 7 out of 10. You go to any store and 10 people are there, 7 of them are on Facebook, and then it's an opportunity for you to get your business, get your product, get your sale from them directly inside of Facebook. 96% of Facebook users prefer mobile over desktop. As of 2019, the average Facebook user spends 58 minutes a day on the platform, and we all know that has gone up tremendously since COVID. And as of 2018, 78% have discovered product via Facebook. So once again, if you're not using Facebook to actually get your product or service out there, you're missing out on a ton of opportunities. Your business should be on Facebook. Now, Instagram deep dive. Gotta love technology. Give it a second. It's coming. Okay, there it is. 18 to 24-year-olds make up the biggest group of active monthly users, with 51% of them female and 49% male users. 60% of those folks log in at least once daily, 21% log in once a week, 16% log in at least once a month. The average time spent on Instagram is 53 minutes, second only to Facebook. And of course, we all know that Facebook owns Instagram. 83% of Instagram users have found new products or services on Instagram. Let's say that again. 83% of those folks that are on Instagram have found new products or services on Instagram. 80% of Instagram users decided to buy a product on an influencer using the product or friend they follow. And bonus, owned by Facebook, creating a ads for Facebook also creates ads for Instagrams as well in Ad Studio. Now, I'm not going to dive deep into how you set up the ads and things of that nature. I'm just giving you the full high level so you can understand the reason why you must use these programs and systems. If your market's on Instagram, you should be on it too. Deep dive into LinkedIn. Now, if you're not on LinkedIn, this is powerful. More than 70% of active users are from outside of the US. It's amazing business to business marketing and content distribution. If you're not using that to actually just post, like I try to post at least 1 or 2 articles a week on my LinkedIn, and they're building up. What it's doing is giving, it's kind of like being at a mixer or a chamber of commerce event. LinkedIn is like a chamber of commerce event. You're not going in there to pass out cards and try to get an immediate sale, but you want to get a card, you want to give it information, and you want to build a relationship. 90% of the 90 million LinkedIn users are in senior level influencer job positions. Great part about that, if you're selling a product or a service, it says senior influence job positions. That means they got a job. That means they got income. That usually means they have a high income. 63 million LinkedIn users are in decision making job positions. So if you are a B2B or for example, I'm in the automotive industry. So if you're trying to reach that person that actually makes the high level decisions, they're on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has over 30 million companies worldwide active on the site. If you're B2B business, LinkedIn is a great place for you. Twitter, the platform for social listening. 63% of all Twitter users are between 35 and 65. 500 million tweets are sent out per day. 40% of Twitter users carry out a purchase after seeing it. Let's see that again. Let me back up a little bit. 40% of Twitter users carry out a purchase after seeing it on Twitter. Twitter is the number one platform for discovering, with 79% of Twitter seeking to discover the newest trends. Time spent video viewing ads on Twitter is 26% higher than any other social platform. 26% higher video ads. Now, if you want to interact with customers in real time, Twitter is for you. Part new players in the game. We're all hearing these folks, and I'm going to break down a little bit after this presentation how you can kind of get into these things. But the new frontier of social media. You got WhatsApp. That's a mobile app. That's a messaging app system, SMS marketing. Plus, with Facebook, Facebook has Messenger as well. And recently, they've got it so you can connect, and they're actually kind of integrated and things of that nature. TikTok. I know a lot of us are hearing about TikTok and the bands and things of that nature, but TikTok is a powerful platform, and their ad platform is very similar to Facebook. I've used it before and got some good results from it. I only see it growing more because once again, that platform is kind of like when Facebook first started. It's actually one of the fastest, if I'm not mistaken, the fastest growing social media platform. So if you haven't looked into that, that's another one. Snapchat, 398 million monthly active users. Now, as you can see from my big warning sign, don't be attracted to the shiny new thing. If your target audience is not on these platforms, don't spend money on these platforms just to say you're on TikTok, just to say you're on Instagram. If you're, and there's ways to find out if your target market are on these platforms. There's ways to do that. I won't be discussing that right now, but there are ways that you can do that. Part three, critical mistakes most businesses make. Treating social media marketing as a one-way street. This is not a TV commercial. This is not a radio ad. You shouldn't be shouting in void. Instead, focus on creating opportunities for dialogue between your customers. That's the one reason why Twitter is so good, because of the retweet, the contact, and things of that nature. Jumping straight into the sale is all about providing value first and often, then creating multiple touch points for communications with your customers. And mistake number three, failing social media marketing to your overall marketing goals. Align your social media efforts with your content marketing and promotions. Just don't put a post just to put something out there. You have to create a content calendar, and that's something that I discuss later on in a couple of the trainings that I actually provide. But content calendar, knowing basically why you're doing things. If you're just putting something just to create engagement, if you're putting a something to create a lead capturing, if you're creating some videos for video views, for branding, for reach, things of that nature. Treating social media marketing as a single discipline is actually composed of four equal important parts. This is one of the key parts right here because so many people will post something not knowing that there's four stages inside of social media and social media marketing. The social media success cycle. Now let's go over this. Generate awareness of your brand and your marketing campaigns. Get them to engage with your content, your blog, your posts, your podcast episodes. Drive them to your website. Discover what your audience wants to learn, what topics interest them. Testing ground, social monitoring, and listening. So, social influences. These are the different cycles. Social networking and social selling. Once again, these are the keys to you creating your great social media success plan. You can do it with, you can do social media and only be concentrating on one of these, but to really maximize the opportunity, this is the cycle: the social monitoring and listening, the social influence, and the social networking, and then the social selling. Let's go to social monitoring and listening. What is it? Monitoring, responding to customer inquiries, listening for important trends and topics. Platform. Twitter is a great one for that, like we mentioned beforehand. As we know, and especially in politics, I'm not going to get in politics over this, but we know when Twitter has really, in the last 2 to 4 years, has really exploded because you've got a lot of folks that are using Twitter to get their direct message out to their consumers or their base. However, social media channels can use this strategy. Twitter is known for its customer interactions with the brands. Effective strategy. Use your social accounts to listen to customer needs, wants, and compliments. A simple check on your social gives your customer care team a leg up on the pulse of your clients. So if you hear, years ago, I used to use a program for Twitter in which it would listen. It would actually listen. It was called listening, where it would actually go out, and it was for a dealership I was working with. And if I heard someone and I targeted for a certain area, if I heard someone say, specific car brand or need a new car or need a new rod or something of that nature, it automatically, I had it programmed that it would send back a Twitter response. Um, Basically just, hey, this is blah blah blah, if you ever need anything, da 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 da. And what we were doing, we were actively listening. So Twitter is a great platform. Some of the things have changed a little bit, so you can't really do that as much, but you can do it, but you have to do it more of a manual way and things of that nature. Follow your direct competitors, see where they're letting down potential clients, pain points, and cater to those needs. A lot of times they may have a Twitter account, your competition, and all they have is an account and they're posting stuff, but they're not communicating back with them. Use the feedback that most likely unsolicited to improve your product and offer. Customers will feel you are truly listening to their wants and needs when they post something and then you respond back, or you post something and they say something and you respond back. Social influence, what is it? Establishing authority in industry by posting and sharing relevant and valuable content. Platform. You got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got Twitter, you got LinkedIn. Effective strategy. People show commitment two ways: with their time and money. That came from Ryan Dice. Um, that's actually Ryan and myself and Richard over on the side. That was a great event I had the opportunity to go to as a certified digital marketer partner and trainer. And Ryan is actually, for a lot of folks that may not know, Google him. Ryan Dicey is actually one of the leaders as far as digital marketing. That's actually the name of his company, digitalmarketer.com. But he's one of the pioneers in digital marketing, been doing this for years upon years. Most of the big name brands know him. Him and his company work with folks like Damon John from Shark Tank. They've worked with Uber. several major companies. So when someone like that says people show commitment two ways, with their time and with their money. So what you have to do is you have to understand how to actually be able to engage with those folks and influence them to share one of those things. The key is delivering valuable content. When content is valuable, people will spend time with your content. The more time people spend on your content, the more they recognize your authority in the space. And your audience will realize you're a valuable resource and will continue to engage with your content. They will share your content and brand with their audience, expanding your reach. So, what is it? Social networking, engaging, building relationships with valuable brands and influencers in your industry. Platforms. You got, of course, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. Effective strategy. Start by sharing valuable content from other industry influencers and brands. Create a list of brands and experts in industry you'd like to build relationships with. Build communication templates and reach out to them where they are most active. Focus on what and where your folks are. Tips for your Instagram takeover, going live on stories and Facebook and etc. Social selling. This is where everyone normally starts at, but it's not really the end all be all. Generate leads and sales by connecting and seeking an audience with your products and services. Platforms. You got Facebook, you got Pinterest, you got Instagram, you got YouTube. Effective strategy. Focus on your social selling efforts on secret channels. These are channels where customers and prospects are actively seeking specific content, like Google, like YouTube, like Pinterest. When someone usually goes onto YouTube, they're usually typing in something like how to create an Excel spreadsheet. This is perfect. If you got a product or a service and you have videos that are answering the question of your particular prospect or client, plus you can actually advertise on other channels that are similar to yours, your competition, and get an opportunity to actually reach those prospects and clients as well. Optimize your e-commerce brand for social selling, such as connecting your e-commerce catalog to your Instagram business account. And then there's different things that are coming out right now. Facebook shops, and of course, Instagram shops are really blowing. F-commerce is getting ready to explode. Facebook commerce, something they've been working on for a while, and they're really, if you really want to find out some more about that, look at and I'll actually have a video, I think, on this page, Automotive Digital Retailing on Messenger, WhatsApp, um, and you can WeChat, not WhatsApp, WeChat, and you can see that as well. Focus on engaging on your audience for your products and your services. Social media KPIs. Now let's get to that. Measuring awareness, number of followers, your impressions, measuring engagement. How many folks click on it? How many folks like it? How many people share it? How many people comment? So those are two different things. Most people don't, they clump them all together, but there's different reasons for each one of them. Awareness, number of followers, impressions, engagement, clicks, likes, shares, comments. And of course, that's the end. So what I did was I gave you a high view of social media because so many people will hire on a social media manager and they really don't get the full aspect. Let me do this. I'm gonna close out of this. Let me close out of this. All right, back. That's better. Uh, they hire on these people that say they know what they do, but 9 out of 10 times, even now, if you go back and ask them what are the four success cycles of social media, that's a tongue twister. Four cycles of success, for the success cycles for social media. I can't get it out, but 9 out of 10 won't even know what you're speaking of. What I just gave you in less than 30 minutes, most people that are in agencies that you're spending thousands of dollars on, don't have any clue whatsoever because they know you don't know. So, and in less than 30 minutes, I've actually given you more information and more knowledge than most of the people that you're spending your money with, or you want to spend your money with. So, what I'm doing for the next month coming up, September, because digital marketing, social media is not going to take over. It's already taken over. You can look at my main industry, which is the automotive industry. 6 months ago, you have never heard so many car dealerships talking about um, online sales, transparency, buy 100% online. And now every one of them, 90% of them understand that. And what's getting ready to happen in the next 30 to 60, 90 days when the weather gets a little cold, and more people are going to get a little more freaked out because they don't know what's going to happen with the cold weather with COVID. A lot of them are going to start going online even more. So if you're not online, if you're not doing digital marketing, social media, you will miss out on one of the biggest booms probably in 20 to 30 years. This is like someone coming to you when Apple first started and saying, "Hey, look, I got this little company called Apple. We're going to build blah 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 blah. Are you in?" Well, what I'm getting ready to tell you is that there's an opportunity if you're trying to get into the digital marketing, the social media industry, or you have a business or a product and you're trying to promote that and grow that online. This is the time to learn these skills. I actually called it the Automotive Digital Retailing beta course, but I've had so many folks that have actually reached out to me that know I do it generically that it's still going to be called that. But what it is going to be a full fledged setting up of your social platforms, the mindset of it, the learning of it, how to set them up, how to manage them, and things of that nature. And I'm going to use, I guess I'm going to just have to say, I'm going to use the automotive industry as a case study for this class. But it doesn't matter what business you're in. If you're a plumber, if you're a chiropractor, no matter what you're doing, this training will be the training that you need. Now, since I'm doing this as a beta test, I'm only keeping it around 25 folks. The course cost is just going to be this one time only beta class. All the information you got that you're going to be providing, I really could charge thousands for that, but I'm not. What I want to do is I want to get my first beta class in. I want to get success from you folks. Like I said, no more than 25. And what we're going to do is well, I'm going to have two classes. Let me straight it out. I'm going to have a beta class with a special package, and then a beta class without the special package. The first 25 will get the special package on that, and normally it would be $497, but for the beta class, it's going to be $197 one-time fee, or you can break it up into three payments of $77 a piece. Now, I'm not even going to pitch this right now. What I'm going to tell you is because I'm looking for the serious folks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a link inside of this. I'm also going to do what I teach. So I'm actually going to spend some dollars and I'm going to advertise this particular training class out. You can message me inside of this platform, and I'll also include a link for you to message. I'm not even going to ask for anyone to sign up today. Go back over this video, watch it over. I went through it quickly, and then if it's something of interest to you, sign up. Course is going to start on September the 6th, and we're going to dive deep. It's going to be a 4-week training, live and recorded videos for you as well. After that 4 weeks, you will have more knowledge than most people have that are probably in the industry and call themselves experts. My whole goal is to get you up and running. Done beats perfect. So we're going to get it started. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it up and running so you can start on your next career. We've got in the next couple of days, less than 4 months before 2021. 2020 was a game changer. A lot of you had major life experiences in 2020, and 2021 can be the best year ever, but you got to start now. So once again, I'm going to include a link inside of here for you to get some more information and reach out to me. I'm excited. I hope you enjoy this information. I hope it validated what you've been thinking. Yeah, I've got to do more on social media. If you haven't started, I got to start social media. I'm going to begin the class. I'm going to include a link, and you can actually go from there. Once again, this is Rico Glover, the Social Media Superman. Looking forward to getting with you guys. The beta class on the upcoming training. More information is coming soon. Y'all have a great, great, great evening.